Well, g'day guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you all back again, and this time might be something pretty interesting for you. This little baby here, fairly old, well, fairly antiquish. I don't know whether it's going to be a full restore. I've just got some cleaning up. It just needs tidying up. So yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but it's one that I've never seen before in my lifetime. So we'll have a bit closer look at him and see what we can work out. I've got no idea whether this is a valve set or a transistorized. I don't know. But anyway, let's take a closer look. Well, there's the unit. It's an excuse my chair. It's so squeaky. It's an Aristone. Now I have heard of Aristone back in the earlier days. Let's have a look at him. The clip's missing off this fella. This one is still there. It's a shame we're missing this one. We probably would be able to make. I suppose it's not. No, the front bit's missing and everything. Maybe be able to find something else, a nice little gold latch or something that will go on there. This is not as I said, not a full restore. So, not much to him. Nothing at the back. An air vent. Areas where the vinyl is lifting off the timber, we'll have to just gently heat that slightly, and hopefully he will push back there and glue him down. Bit of a corner there that's, yeah. But anyway, handle, a little bit of rust on the chrome bits on the handle, the handle holders on the side. Now let's have a look. Okay, now he comes off, just a couple of little latches, and obviously record storage, I think. I'm not absolutely certain. No, it may be to hold the platter when the lid is closed. Okay, so this platter may just sit in here. Now, I've only just got this one, so I don't know anything about it. You guys are seeing this straight off. Needs a good clean. I know this. Stereo, well, is it two speakers or is it stereo? We're not real sure. It is only a record player. It is not, there's no radio in this one. Cartridge-wise, no. Yes, there is a needle in that. There is a needle, and it's a very old style flip over cartridge. This side is for 78s. So give us a look there. So yeah, that's your cartridge. Flip him over, and you've got, well, your standard LPs, single play or LP. Now, what have we got here? We've got volume. It sounds like an on-off volume to me. And we've got over this side volume. Volume left. Excuse me. Volume left, volume right. How about that? And this fella, we've got our 33, our 45, and our 78 settings, and off. It's a pretty classy piece of gear. Now, there's no screws in this either. All this is, yeah, as I said, needs a little bit of TLC up in the corners there. Righto. That's a general overlook. The mat. Just clips in, well, just sits in there. Quite pliable. That will come up very nice. The rubber's nice and soft. Nice and soft. Turntable. Little bit hard to turn. And does he come out? Yes, he does. There we go. Just just grease seized once again. Now, this fella. Oh, he turns okay. And the rubber is still quite soft. So that's good. Okay. Motor spins okay. So that's good as well. Righto. Now, I'll give you guys a little bit better view here overhead while we take this apart and find out what's in behind here, what I've got ahead of me. As you can see, she needs a good clean up. But this will come up, it'll come up pretty nicely. And as I said, not a full restoration, but yeah, let's tidy it up and get this working. I reckon this will be a nice piece for the pool room. Okay, let's get the next view happening where you can see what's going on. Right, you might be able to see a little bit better there. Now, this whole thing is our power cord, and yeah, there's our power cord. Someone's taken a bit of care with it, and actually I'll snip that undone. Makes it a bit hard to plug in later with that on. Right, here we go. And let's secure our arm, and we've got a valve unit. We have a valve unit. Yes, this will be great to work on a tiny little PCB. And what have we got here? Looks like I got some Christmas lights. I don't really know what all this is about. Obviously not connected with this. Lots and lots of screws. Some Christmas light, well, it looks like Christmas light string, and the wire, the figure 8, and yeah, just some other various screws. I have no idea what that's out of. Anyway, look at this little beast. This is amazing. That poor little tranny has had a little bit of a hard time. He's a little bit loose and held together with a screw there and one under the arm bracket there, so we'll have to tighten him up. Here's our speaker transformer on each side. Boy, I have never seen one of these. This is great. Okay. Comes off here, I think, because that goes to the motor. This is our switch for the motor, which has been bent. Yeah, when the arm comes around. Yeah, it could have bent when the arm swung around when I was getting it out of its box. Guys, this is magic. This is really, really something. I'm going to bring you in a little bit on this. We'll move the camera in a bit here and give us a bit closer look of all this. You won't see it all at once, but a nice little circuit board there. I have no idea who this is actually made by. And look at that. Now, I don't know what everything's loose. I don't know what these tubes are. There's a very sus looking, well, I don't know whether it's an electro but it's got wax on it. Don't know. And the tubes, I don't know what they are. There's not many markings on them, so yeah. We do have, is that there's a little capacitor in here, and he's popped his lid. Well, his bum anyway. I'll give you a look at that. Yeah, he's popped the bum out of him. So I would say that one has to be replaced. That thing there, I'm not real sure what it is. And there's not a lot of other gear on this. There you go, that's what's written in there. 64.8 kH. And yeah, I can't quite read that just at the moment. 240 volt to 110 volt. Now, obviously, we have a little diode here. Must be only half-wave rectification or something like that. There is a 100 ohm resistor here, a wire wound. There's a 47 ohm down in there. There's a 1K here. And our main filter cap, which is 50 mic, 40 mic, and 20 mic. So, yes, there is... Sorry. There is only 3 of them in there, and they're all rated at 150 volts. Right. Now, are we going to see if this works? Should I put it... I should secure this little fella down or remove him. He needs a little rubber grommet putting in there anyway, up the top. Should we see if he works? What do you reckon? I think we should. I don't know about that little cap that's lost his bum there, but this, I might resolder this back onto that switch, and yeah, I think we'll plug it in and see what happens. Okay? Now, bear with me. I'll solder this fella back on. We'll do most of this video live. There's no need for much editing on this, I don't think. It's not like a Breville radio, is it? Okay. Well, we'll get up here where you can see. Right. And okay, well that'll probably... Oh, he doesn't want to stick there. Now this is a 240 volt motor. Well, hopefully it is. We're in Australia. Right. Now that switch at the moment is on, so that motor should start. Right. Just push that valve in a little bit. Okay. I'll take his back out a bit. And I think the dim bulb is definitely necessary in this case. Connecting the variac. I'll have to show you, I'm going to do a workshop, just a bit of a workshop introduction. And you can see this is coming up very shortly, actually, for the end of the year Merry Christmas finale. So I'll give us a walkthrough. It's a mess, but it'll give you an idea of where I'm working. Well, yeah, what the behind the scenes of poor old Techo Bass. I'm not an organised person. I get the work done, but just not very organised. Righto. We have dim bulb on. We'll switch him on here. Right. We will increase this up. Dim bulb is coming up and dimming a little bit. Should have you guys really. Give me a second here. You should be able to see this. I'll just move a couple of things. Righto, guys. Well, got that sorted out. It's about half an hour later. Computers. Righto. Well, there's my variac. We'll increase our load up. And what are we on? The dim bulb's coming up a bit. We're on 140. And we've got a bit of a glow there, but he's reducing, which is good. We just give him a minute or so there, and it will. It's probably our filter cap here that's reforming, and I hear a noise. And let's see. Listen to that. Okay, we've got audio this side. This is amazing. It's actually working. Okay, well, we'll take him up a little bit further. Yeah, he's drawing a little bit there. That's a 40 watt globe. We'll go to our max. Well, as far as I'm going, 230. Okay, so he's drawing a bit of juice. We have audio on this side. That side I'm just wary to touch because the on-off switch is right there. Let's tip him up. Can't hear anything there. And let's see if we've got the audio. We do. We don't have any needle there. I do have some of these needles in stock, so this will be interesting. Not very loud. And we do have both channels. How about that? Now with this channel, just got to be a little bit wary of what's around here. Don't do this at home, kids. But it's how I learned. Yes. Okay. We've got audio here. Not terribly loud, but it's working. So that means, I'll just get you in the picture there, both transformers are okay. And, well, the valves are okay. Even though it's a little bit low on sound, which could be that little cap that's actually blew himself up there. Might take it to the next dim bulb, and yeah, that's a 100 watt, and he's actually not even glowing there. And yeah, okay. There we go. We do have this side's a little bit less than this side. So, righto. I think we check the capacitor. We'll check a voltage here, just on the cap. Now we can get around here somehow. I'm moving everything around. Right. There's all sorts of things in here waiting to grab you. This is, yeah, you've got 240 sitting here, AC. You've got AC sitting on the switch to the motor. Yeah, it's not very well protected. Okay. Now, can we get the meter where you guys can see it? I think you can see that. Yep. Now, ground. Where have we got a ground? We've got a ground here. Just bear with me. Sort of doing this video pretty well unedited. Now, there we've got $108, $107, $107 on there. This one is 88. This one is 112. I don't quite know where everything goes. And that one's ground. So, yeah, we certainly don't have a circuit. I can't find anything on the net with this. As well as electronically, we've got a bit of grease here that needs a bit of a clean up, but all looks pretty easy, this one. It really does. So let's remove the filter cap. We'll check the ESR on him, see what he's like. We'll turn all this off. So the older audience don't panic about me touching things live like my mother used to. She used to get so worried. I'd say, Mum, how can you fix things with the power off? Poor old dear, she just didn't see how you could do that, and every day she'd say to me, "You're going to kill yourself." I don't know. We've done 69 years of it, so I haven't done yet. Righto. Let's check the caps and replace that little electro in there, and we might tidy up a little bit of this wiring and cover him up so that you don't accidentally touch things here. All right, we'll cut this one and get back. I'll get in a position here where we can check the cap. Right, this is an interesting one too, guys. Now, we do have it unplugged, okay, for everyone's benefit. Over here, we've got a shielded cable. Over here, we've got a shielded cable coming from the pot, goes to the tone arm. That is for that channel, which is the left channel. The right channel is just twisted wire. So I wonder why they're different. And I think it looks original. I think must be a a reasonable preamp in these things, the gain of the valves, because like there's a bit of, well, more or less comes straight from the cartridge, although this is a ceramic cartridge and its output would be probably in the, well, in the volt range, maybe 700 millivolts or close to a volt. So yeah, it'll probably do the job. Now I think, so nothing's going to get hurt here. I should take the tone arm out, but I see. So this little fella comes around and hits the switch and turns him off with the tone arm, and he's very loose, and obviously something is awfully wrong there. Don't know what's happened there. We'll have to investigate that. But we could take this nut off, and it removes the tone arm. Well, I think it does, and the switch assembly all as one. Anyway, let's check this cap out. Now I'm just going to make sure this fella is fully discharged before we touch it. All right, he's good. Right. Okay, ASR. 0.64. Not bad. He's jumping around a bit. I think I'll pull the cap out and we'll test him properly. 0.2. This one. 0.6. Actually, he doesn't read too bad, but still want to pull him out. Okay, mic on. That's better. We've got the mic on now. I still want to pull him out and test him out and see what the go is. Okay, so there's take a couple of pictures here and yeah, remove him. Now, as we're doing this, let's have a look at what this valve is. Okay, all I can see there is made in Japan. I have no idea what these are. I might go and do a little bit of research on this. There is a number up here. Something 40, maybe? Yeah, not real sure. We'll leave him out for the moment. Let's get the other one out and have a look and see, can we see anything on him? Right. G 6EH5, maybe? There's a 6G up the top there, but I think that bottom one there, 6EH5, I think, made in Japan. There's some other numbers there as well, but yeah. All right. I'm going to go and see can I do a little bit more research on this thing, have some lunch, and come back and we'll remove the cap and change the little fella. And then, well, that's about all there is to change. Check a couple of resistors. There's not much to this. And this strange looking capacitor, that's got to be an electrolytic. Anyway, let's check him out when I come back. Now, what we've worked out with this one is power cable comes in, goes straight over here to the circuit board. So this is a more or less a live PCB. The neutral comes over here through the switch to the transformer, through the transformer, and back over to here. Now, I'm just trying to get my head around this. What is this doing? Is this a filter choke? It possibly is. Now, this is actually the same as an Onkyo PL2300, made in Japan, and it was made, well, they were made by Onkyo. Now, here we also have the neutral going over to your motor, which goes over to here. The motor is also goes back onto here. I'll have to draw this thing out. This is a bit, a bit crazy. But anyway, not terribly worried about how it's all wired, how it all works. We've just got to get it working. So, yeah, let's move on to these caps. I need to remove this cable here to get at this. Now, both the blues go, which are the blue to the transformer, speaker transformer, which is actually, it's not even mounted there. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. There may be a screw come out, but it doesn't even line up. Unless this one's got to be loosened off. The other one does have both screws, so obviously there's a screw falling out of this fella. Or this has been attempted repair before on this little fella. Okay, we'll get this off, get this cap out, and I think what I'll do here, I'll actually disconnect a couple of wires. I'm going to disconnect the blue wires. Now, before I do this, fellas, always take your picture. Okay, so there's our cap. And the ground is at the bottom. Let's see if we can get this capacitor out and have a look at him. No, we're going to have to get this board out. This is difficult to work on. Okay, down the bottom here we have two little nuts. Now they'll be on screws underneath. Yes, they are. So I'll get my driver and we'll get these out. Some little rubber washers under here that don't look very nice. We'll definitely replace those. Right, here we go. Circuit board's out. A little bit easier to work on. Now, here, looks like it's been a bit hot on the actual valve socket, although it's, yeah, there's been a bit of arcing happening there. A little bit of cleaning up here. And look at that little fella. He's a 30 microfarad. And he's 6 volts. And he's certainly popped his lid. Okay. So, we'll set this fella here, which is a little bit easier. Let's get this fella out. Okay, it's time for a bit of suction. Let's see what we can do with him now. Okay, got him out. He's still nice and rubbery on the ends. So, there he is. Control. Now, this unit, control written down here, yes, was apparently made by Onkyo in Japan. So there we go. So there you go. Nice original Japanese cap. And we've got a 50, a 40 and a 20 in there. So let's see if this is going to do the job. We'll put a cap meter on him, and I will put him back in if he measures okay. That shouldn't be really a problem. Okay, so we'll get our meter here. Just sit him here for the moment. Somewhere where you can see it. Okay. So, this fella is 76, bit high, which probably means leaky. Okay, the next fella, 51, that's probably normal, and 30. Yeah, not... so the red is our 50 microfarad, and our blue is 40 mic. Okay, so our red is 76. It's reading fairly high, which really is an indication that it is leaky. But I think we can scrap this fella. We'll put the, just as a backup, we'll try it on the meter, but on my multimeter, on the fluke. So we'll just see what he measures there. But yeah, I think we'll get rid of this fella. We'll use 247s there and a 22 here. Only have to be rated at 150 volts, so should have some of those laying around. Well, this is interesting, this capacitor as well, even though we did our tests with him in circuit, with him out of circuit, but yeah, obviously no good. Well, you probably picked up on that one. Geez, I'm a clown. This was over here on current. And yeah, I won't get many microfarads out of that, would I? But still, I'm probably going to replace it anyway. But yeah. Concentrate, Baz, on what you're doing. So, what have we got here? Microfarads. Says we're open there. What's this one? Yeah. I'm certainly changing him. He's no good, this fella. Right. So much for the Shinghai Chushi, whatever that is, Company Proprietary Limited. Okay, we'll fit these in. All I've got is a couple of 47s at 160 volts, and unfortunately I haven't got a 22. I've got a 33 at 160. I'm sure this won't make any difference. So I'm just going to drill a hole in the pads so I can put the positive leg through and join all the negative legs to the bottom track, which is our ground. Following our colour code here, the negative is at the bottom. This one is a 50 mic or 47, this one, the blue, is also a 47, and this one over here is our 33. Okay. Bring you guys in a little bit closer for this fella. So that's the mess I've made there. So we'll bring this one to the centre. This one over to the centre. And this one away from there to the centre. Now, just give him a little twist there. Keep them all together. Bend him down there so that all our negatives are down the bottom. There we go. Clip him off. There we go. That looks okay. All the negatives are away from the positives. We're just going to make absolutely certain of that. That fella there is make sure there's plenty of clearance in there, which there is. And all the rest of, yeah, no worries at all. That's our positive line there. We didn't put him through here. Okay, so the next fella, they look a bit, how you going there, but I think we'll be right. Next fella, this little fella here, 30 MFD, so a 33, and the positive goes towards this valve socket. Now this valve socket, this one here, been pretty hot here, and looks like it's been arcing on this fella here. We'll clean these, and then I'll just tighten him up the best I can. We'll clean this fellow as well. You can just see they're a bit tarnished. This one looks good, although it has been hot there as well. But yeah, we'll see what we can do with him. So this fella, 33, and which would be from there to there, across there. Okay. He doesn't look real healthy, does he? There we go. And this is also a high temperature cap, which probably the other one wasn't. And it's 105 degrees, so it will certainly handle the little bit of heat coming off the tube in here. Or if you're an Aussie, the valve. Because us blokes out here call them valves. But, I don't know, getting into the habit of calling tubes. You watch that many YouTube videos that all of a sudden they're almost becoming tubes everywhere. Us watching other Americans doing their restorations and repairs. Now we'll put our ground back on this one. And it's pretty hot. Ouch. Okay. Now, what I want to check now is, let's check the resistor. I'm sure these little green caps will be fine. Very, very, very seldom you see any problems with those. Let's check the 1K. If I can find my meter sitting underneath my nose. And we'll give you a bit better view. Righto, we've checked these, put our caps in, put both resistors in, did that cap. This thing here, what is this? Now this is from our active line to our ground. This must be an X cap. Anyway, let's get this fella up here again. Let's check him out. We've replaced absolutely everything on the board. Right, let's see what this fella is. Whatever it is, doesn't want to come out. Ah, he's wrapped around. Okay. I hope you guys could actually saw that. .01. 400-volt DC. There we go. Just a moment, I'll put him under my magnifying glass and try and read him. It says outside foil. Yes. Outside foil goes to ground. Very interesting. Well, on the new one, it doesn't really matter on the new caps. So I've been told. I'm going to put in an X cap in there, an X1 cap, because I don't want to trust an ordinary 600 volter there. Okay, we'll try and round up one of those. Okay, now there's a couple of extra holes here. We can put this cap in a slightly different position and do a jumper. We'll put a jumper just in there, and we would have a jumper from one of my resistor cutoffs. Now guys, I have been very good in trying to stop myself saying like so. It's just my ums and ahs that I've got to get fixed up now. There's a lot of ums. Some I edit, most I just leave in there. Okay, these wires, I'll get rid of this first. Under here. These fellas go on there, as you saw. We'll just get him over there a bit. Get things out of the road. Now, I think I'll cut this. I'm going to bring a little bit more cord through, so it's a little bit longer and gives us a bit more room, and cut this terrible looking setup off here, and we'll start again with twisting these together. That looks a little bit nicer. Should be using my stripping tool, but
Twist those fellas. This fella. That looks a whole heap better than what it did. Right. That looks nice. And this transformer, red and blue, this one goes up onto there. We will double check with our photos. And as we can see, that's where the grey wire goes to. He goes over onto here. There we go. Sorry if my arm was in the road. There was not much other way of doing that. So we'll put a blue over here. This is obviously our second HT. And our other blue goes to the same spot. And we'll put him on. The one there, which is actually the same spot. Everything is done. So, all we've got to do now is plug him in, dim bulb him, of course, and check out, is he working? And then we can start dismantling the whole thing, the electronics, as all in one, without having to disconnect absolutely everything. And then I can start on the case. But for the moment, let's check him out. Okay. Okay, dim bulb. We're on dim bulb. We're going to go here. Got to fix this fella up too. He's not real good. Right, get this somewhere where I can sort of see what's going on. Bit difficult. I'd be right there. Righto. Dim bulb. Whoa, hang on. Tubes. Better put the tubes in. Valves, guys. Gee, I've been watching too much YouTube. Watching my other fellow Techos. Now, we've still got to clean these sockets, so that'd be a little job. But for the moment, just make sure that everything is still working, or working better than what it was. Okay. Here we go. Now, we have him on. We have a dim bulb that's dimming down. Our little motor here is started. We're on 180 volts. Dim bulb is going down. We have noise there. Not much noise there. Let's see. Not much. Have noise there. No noise here yet. What's happening? Okay, we'll go on to a bigger dim bulb. And we have noise. We have lots of noise. We don't have a lot of noise at all. What's happening? Did we disconnect something here? Let's see. Let's check some voltages here. Okay, well, we're looking at ground, so we'll go over here to ground, and we'll try this fella. 95 volts, looks good. This one, 99 volts, looks good. This fella, 77, looks good. Okay, transformer. 95 there. And 1.3 there. That's not real good. We must have this transformer on the wrong spot. Or we've got a dud transformer. Let's see here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pin 7. And on the other one we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 88 volts. Okay. What's wrong here, guys? 1.2 volts. Okay, turn him off and we'll have a bit of a look. Righto. We'll check the resistance on this transformer here. And what are we looking at? This is the audio transformer, by the way. 1K. What's this fella read? We're reading open circuit. Our transformer's chucked it in. What? Oh dear. I think our transformer's chucked it in, guys. Our audio transformer. This is very odd because I thought all this was working okay. There's nothing we've done wrong here. It's on pin 7, the same on both valves. And let's disconnect our blue wire. 4 meg. That's pretty big. And that was only because I was touching it. Our transformer has gone open circuit. Oh dear. Okay.
Okay, well, continuing with this, this little Silvertone, I think we've got a dud transformer here, a speaker transformer, which will be a problem because this is very antiquish. They're very small. I don't quite know what ohmage they'd be, but anyway, we'll look into it a little bit further. Now, I've just marked the red and the blue leads where they go on the transformer. So we'll take the transformer off and have a little bit closer inspection. Gee, I hope he's not faulty because, yeah, this could be a worry. We might find something that will fit. They're only small transformers in this thing. Okay. Now, I'll switch it to the other view there, and we'll where are we? I was going to zoom, but where is our? There we go. Just a moment here. So we'll zoom in on this a bit, and I'll try and get just a bit better picture there. So now the speaker leads on this. Now, when I first started this, I noticed that there was one channel lower than the other. It was still working, and it still does work, sort of, but of course not properly, because it's not, the HT is not going through this little transformer. Okay, there he is. No markings. Number 1 written on him. That doesn't mean a lot. Now, I don't know. Let's put our meter on him, and we'll, yeah, just try and work out what's going on with this fella. Gee, I hope we can get this one fixed. Okay, got yours there in the picture. Now, we're on ohms. Let's double check here. Nope, we are open circuit. We might have to rewind this one because there is no way we could round up one of these. Okay, I'll put him under the microscope and we'll just make sure, we'll check our leads, see can we find out what's happened to this poor little fella. The valve may have drawn excess current and burned him out. Unusual though for for something this small that it's not carrying much current in the first place. So yeah, let's check the secondary, make sure he's okay. Yep, 1.2 ohms, and yeah, and the speaker is actually an 8 ohm speaker. So that's the only thing that's written on it. Looks like number 1. Or is it another symbol? But I think it's number 1. And yeah. Okay, we'll have a bit further look and come back to him and see what we can do. Yeah, so I've had a bit further look. I can't find anything wrong, so we'll take him apart and see if we can find where the fault is. And there he is. Nice little transformer. There's a little bit of wax in there. The wax is not melted. This thing has not been hot at all. It hasn't melted that wax coating on there. So now it's time to, give him some taps, loosen up our E's and I's, and see what we can do with him. I don't know whether this could be just E's. I think it's a 2-part transformer. I don't think they're I's. I think the transformer's split and the 2 halves go together. Okay, so yeah, maybe we're looking at something a little bit different here. Okay, I'll keep giving him some little taps and see if we can shake him apart. And it looks like it's working. Here we go. Yep, and half that's on the ground, and the other half will probably end up on the ground as well. There we go. Okay, I'll pick up the other half before I lose it all. But as you can see, it's just a 2-part transformer. Right, this doesn't want to lift, so I'm going to just gently slice the outside paper, try and lift him. we go. And here's our terminals. This could reveal something. Here we go. Right. Don't think that's going to reveal anything, except that's where they're wired into. Lift that fella off. And there's our secondary winding. Where's Mr. Tipton when you need him? He's good on these. I saw his last video. Brilliant. Now, I guess we take this fella off. Tear him just out of the paper there. And here we go. This is the secondary. Now, the secondary will be fine. This is not really a big drama to rewind a secondary on these. I have done that before. Not a problem. Right. Now, take off the next layer, which is underneath here. And away we go. Oh, that's him. Okay, that's it. So, we're down to our secondary. Okay, so before we go any further, I'm going to wind this wire up on a spool or former or piece of wood or a toilet roll. Okay, and we'll store it on here. That's the go. So he doesn't get away on me. Well, there's our secondary. That's the amount of wire on the secondary of this little fella. Here's all our layers, and we're down to this. Now, I guess first things first here, unsolder the wires, and yeah, attack this. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do this, or whether it's a rewind job, but anyway, let's have a further look. We'll unsolder him, see if we can get into him. Now, I've stripped him back down to his primary winding. I'm just checking, just to make sure nothing's changed. Nope, we're certainly open. Now, another thing I'm noticing is it's actually multi-strand wire that's coming out of the primary, and quite thick. Now, this is probably only a pigtail for the fine wire that's in underneath here. So, yeah, it's nothing simple so far. So let's take another layer off, and hopefully we might see something just under here. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, got to be very careful cutting this because just under here is our primary winding. Righto, let's have a little bit of a go at this. A little bit tricky. What I'm going to do is apply very gently, apply a little bit of heat on this to see. I'll try and bring you guys a little bit closer to him. How about that? I mean, it's not real close, but any closer and I can't work on him. Okay, let's just put a little bit of heat, melt the wax, and make the paper a little bit more pliable. and it's probably not making much difference. And when we put this back together, we can use our transformer tape that we have. There we go. Yes. Right. Take that layer off. Another layer off. Now we have, this is where it gets tricky. This is our external wire, and it looks like our main primary wire is soldered onto it. So how do we get him out? There we go. And take him off. Another layer off. And there we go. Just gently undo this fella. A little bit of patience needed here. And it doesn't look like it's going to be this end, guys. There's our wire. And boy, this is getting to the nitty-gritty now, isn't it? Okay, there we go. So, doesn't look like it's this end. But what I'll do now is put him under the microscope, see if I can see anything under there. We'll double check again, just in case I've moved something. Probably not. It's hopeful thinking. Nope. Okay. Well, guys, this is it. It doesn't want to play ball for us, which is a big shame. Now, I'm going to put him under the Maggie lamp and I'll have a bit further inspection. But, yeah, winding another one of these, pretty small, pretty fine wire, but don't know how I'd go with this. Anyway, we'll see what we can find. I've unwound it almost to the end. This must be where the break is, right at the end. This is incredible. It's all one piece of wire so far. It must be where it fastens onto the larger piece of wire. There it is. There it is. Right at the end in the center. And you can see the corrosion, the corroded mark. There's our wire that takes him out, and there's the corrosion on the wire, and that's him. That's all there is. One little piece right in the center. That's a shame, having to unwind that right to there. And, well, I've got him on here. Yeah, what to do now? A bit of work in rewinding it, but I think we can get through it somehow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do with this. There's the bits and pieces from the transformer, all our paper, so forth. We can get all this together. Really need a transformer winder, which I haven't got. Now I'm just going to put a bit of sticky tape on there before that end gets away and uncoils itself, because that can be a little bit of a problem. So there we go. There's our transformer. Primary, secondary. We better measure him up and see what we got in stock and clean this fella up and clean the actual former up. The former's actually quite good, so we will definitely use this again. What a shame we had to do all this just to get to the end. Yeah, one little bit of corrosion. Righto, guys, we'll wrap this up for the moment, and yeah, I'll work out what I'm going to do with this, and we'll obviously bring on part 2 with this, because this is going to take a while. I've got to organise what we're going to do, whether we're going to rewind or try and find a transformer or whatever. Okay, so we'll wrap this one up, and we'll get on with our other radio as well, the Breville, the tube radio that we're restoring, up to 7 or 8 parts now. And yeah, we'll keep going with him. So until we find something here on this fella, on our, yeah, lovely little record player. I thought we were on a winner here, but yeah, what a shame. Okay, guys, if you like it, please give us a thumbs up out there. And please remember to subscribe, hit the bell, and that way you'll be notified when the next video comes up. Okay then, so from me, Baz, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or Happy Holidays if you're in another country somewhere. And we'll catch you with the return of this next year, because I'll be off on holidays. But the next video will be explaining all that. Okay then, we'll catch you later. Bye for now.